Hi, it's me, and welcome to Makeup by the Numbers, where I take numbers and I use a data-driven approach to review makeup products, but I still like to have fun. Today, I'm actually having fun by hating on 5 awful makeup trends. Remember those I hate videos in like the 90s and early 2000s? Well, this is like a better version of those because I'm going to explain a little bit of the technique that goes behind why these makeup trends exist, but also something that you could try different. So, my number 5, kind of like my least hated of these top 5, is white mascara. So, white mascara brings up the bottom of my list because it is just kind of innocuous, with the main effect being that it's just unflattering. Like, if we think about Snow Queen Elsa, even she doesn't have white eyelashes. There aren't many people who can pull off that look. And quite frankly, if a Disney princess can't, I don't know who you think you are, but you do you. But the point being that a white mascara or any real bright color, like a neon for that matter, although it attracts attention to your lashes, it's not a good kind of attention. It runs along the lines of overly filled lips, really harshly drawn on brows, and any other harsh beauty treatment. The kind of attention that it brings actually results in you being perceived as more unattractive. And yes, there are real studies that basically disprove that any attention is good attention. When it comes to beauty, that's not true. So unless you just really want that kind of bizarre, otherworldly, and to be honest, kind of unattractive look by modern beauty standards, save the white mascara for the photo shoots. It's a highly editorial look that looks better in fashion magazines than on your trip out to the grocers. If you still want to change up your black mascara, like you don't have to go white, you could go navy or soft brown. So use those alternate hues that are way less harsh and they're still more flattering, and bonus, they keep in line with kind of like 2023 trends. So number 4, and I hate this one a little bit more than just white mascara because I realize white mascara is a choice that some people make, but I really hate it when people overline the cupid's bow. So I'm talking about this part of my lip here. I've got a pretty prominent one. I'm not a fan of overlining your lips in general, but this trend not only looks really obvious and flattering, it's very cartoony, kind of like those old Bratz dolls, except Bratz dolls were discontinued in 2008, and I think this trend didn't catch on till after that, which is fine. We just need to drop both trends, let's be honest. So the problem with this trend is photos often look pretty good, but in real life, when you have lipstick halfway up the philtrum to your nose, it's not as cute as you think, and it's really obvious. By the way, this is the philtrum, and this is what people are overlining and actually putting their lipstick on. So, what do you do instead? You can overline a little bit. It just has to be subtle. If you really want this dramatic full lip, use a bright highlight in the center of your lip, ombre the sides of your lip into your desired shape. So use a darker corner on the outside. If your lips are particularly wide or kind of like mine, where there's just not any fullness in the extremities, you could actually use your foundation and go right over that. And the key to that is subtlety. Make a lot of small changes, and that will create the illusion of a full mouth, not one big dramatic overlining effort, and so you don't look like a clown. Now, staying with the lip trend, number 3, I hate this one even more. Lining your lips in a darker color than the rest of your lips. This is horrid. Lining your lips in a darker color than your lip shade because it will make them look larger is kind of a lie. It's been told so often that people have stopped questioning it. If you think about it, lining your eyes all around makes them look smaller, and it's not any different for your lips. You are using line and movement and the natural tracking of your eye to bring attention to the perimeter of your mouth, and you're enclosing it. It will look smaller. Now, if you like the trend, you like the trend. Again, I'm not trying to shame anyone, but I am talking about things that may not be having the effect that you think they're having. Like, understand your trends. What is actually happening when you do this is when you shade that outside perimeter and you use the highlight, that brighter shade, in the center to make them look fuller. So small size extra fullness is giving you juicy, puffy lips. Not necessarily larger, but fuller. You're making them smaller. And that is how you're achieving the volume, because you reduced the size and kept the volume, and that is giving you the juicy, puffy lips. There's a better way to do that. If you like the look of volume without using fillers, here's what you can do instead of a dark outline. Contour the skin around your mouth. Use your natural contour shade. If you use a lip pencil for this step, be sure to blend it out, but you can use your regular face contour. Use underline, or go underline. I keep saying underline. Under. Go under your lip to create a shade. Use a highlight above your lip, and use a gloss or a brightening sort of lipstick, something that's reflective to create the illusion of fullness. Have something for the light to bounce off of, and you can even use a plumping gloss if you choose. That will give you the maximum effect. It will give you the same illusion of plumpness and fullness without having to create a smaller perimeter. Hope that helps, because I hate that trend almost as much as I hate trend number 2, and that's fake freckles. Now, I don't hate freckles. I used to have freckles as a little girl. I don't anymore. My daughter has freckles. Like, it's just, it is cute and youthful and very natural, and it's adorable. I get why people love that. And for people with natural freckles, being able to show what was previously seen as an imperfection is absolutely body positive, and I am all for that. But whether it's hair dye, henna, root touch-up spray, semi-permanent tattoos, or eyeshadow or brow pencils, like, fake freckles always look fake. The only thing more questionable than these tattoo freckle stickers is the Photoshop job. Drawing on fake freckles is kind of like wearing fake glasses or lying about your service dog even. Like, fake freckles is a trend, but it actually marginalizes the experiences and needs of people who have actually had to deal with bullying and bias and insecurity and stigma. For many, many people, freckles was something that they had to hide and they had to be ashamed of. And I don't want us to do that, but I don't think the way that we as a society accept beauty standards is by adopting and faking having these sort of divergent appearances and conditions. It sits wrong with me, and it's not really respectful at the heart of it. So if you like freckles, remember that you're not really being a supporter if you take on and off your freckles just when it's convenient for you and just when you think it's cute. So what do you do if you really want that natural look? Well, if you have beauty marks or moles that you have yourself, you can absolutely highlight those. You can use a light coverage product. You can draw on a beauty mark. Like, there are certain things which people know aren't real. You're not faking and taking anyone else's identity, but leave the freckles to our befreckled friends. So the last and greatest makeup trend, the one I hate the most, has to do less with us as consumers and more with the makeup boardroom marketing teams. And that is to please stop making pH changing products. I am not alone in this. I am not the first YouTuber to talk about it. But we are all tired of the pH changing trend. That hot pink pH color is super unflattering for a lot of people. Plus, those products typically don't deposit a high color payoff, which is why they tend to be wearable to begin with. They're sheer, and anything will look good if you sheer it out. But it used to be this cheap marketing gimmick out of the dollar store discount bin. Like, you had mood rings, and you had scratch and sniff Snickers, and in the middle between those were the pH changing products. Now it's being adopted by like really high-end brands such as Fenty, Tom Ford, Dior. Why? It's not good looking. It's not, the quality that I expect from those brands. So going into the science behind it, the skin has a pH of about 4.5 to 5.5, and that is slightly acidic. So the pH changing makeups are neutral or contain very weak acids. So they react when they come in contact with the acidity of our skin. It doesn't matter if your pH is 4.5 and someone else's is the other extreme of 5.5. These products aren't creating different shades person to person. That's not how the dye works. So it's not customizable. Everybody's getting the same shade of pink. You might get a little extra intensity, a little extra saturation if you have more acidic skin than someone else's, but you're not going to get a custom color. There's nothing custom color about the range because there's only a handful of pH sensitive dyes that are used in the market right now. So in my unasked for but very strong opinion, I think it's false advertising. It's not custom, period dot. And second, I'm getting a wind here. I hate this trend. Who said the final shade was going to be flattering? Since pH isn't correlated to skin tone, it's not correlated to undertone, it's not correlated to your wardrobe or lighting, how does a pH sensitive formula produce this perfect shade? It's not going to. Even worse, the pH of our skin actually changes throughout the day. So I might put it on in the morning and then later in the afternoon, I find out I've been looking like a hot mess all day. Oh, and on top of that, men's and younger people's pHs tend to be lower than women and older people. So universally flattering? My butt. Custom? Absolutely not. It is a horrible trend that looks bad, and you're giving people lots and lots of money for things that I calm myself down and take a step back. What do you do instead? Find your favorite formula in a shade that you love, that you know you're gonna love, and it looks that way all the time, and it's complementary because it matches your undertone and your skin tone and your favorite colors, and you've tried it on in your home and outdoors and you love the way it looks on you, and it's your favorite formula, you just love it and wear it all the time, and just hide your wallet from the pH gimmick launches. So thank you so much for listening. What else do you hate? Like, my top 5 probably isn't the same thing as your top 5, so let me know in the comments what I missed, and if there's enough, maybe I'll do a follow-on video. At the end of the day, you know, beauty is subjective, and I guess pH changing science is cool too. But don't let my opinion stop you from doing what makes you feel beautiful, because beautiful is on the inside. Please like and subscribe, and thank you again for watching. Bye.